I want to discuss how we can provide logic 1 or logic high. So logic 1 or high and logic 0 or low in the circuit. When you are building your circuit using some kind of chips like for instance 74 LS00 or any other in this family, which is going to follow the TTL protocol, you need to provide some kind of logic 0 and logic 1 as input. So assume you're using SPDT switch. SPDT switch has 3 pins for each connection. So this switch can be connected this way or the other way. Like here. So let's now we want to use, so assume okay. So we have this type of switch which is called SPDT, and it stands for single pole double throw. We want to use this type of switch to, I don't know what's wrong with this. Okay, it seems it is working. So we want to use this SPDT switch to provide logic 1 and logic 0. In this case, we can connect, and it's in TTL, using TTL protocol. So we can connect, the pins like this. Assume this is the switch, this is the middle pin which can be connected to up or down, and connect this one to ground, the other one using, for instance, when we are having 5 volts as the power rail, then 1 kilo ohm should be enough. Now you can connect the middle pin to the input of your gate. For instance, if you have an inverter, or you have, for instance, maybe an AND gate, you can connect this one to one of the inputs. In this case, when you connect the middle one to the top, so if this connection is provided, in this case you are going to have a logic 1. If the switch is connected to ground, then you are going to provide logic 0. So like this, if it is connected this way, then you are having logic 1. If this way, you are going to have logic 0. And this 1K is kind of a current limiter. So assume you have, even if you connect a, assume you have 5 volt in here, a 1K kilo resistor, and connected to ground, the current I is going to be equal to V over R, which is the Ohm's law, and it is going to be 5 volt divided by 1 kilo, which is equal to 5 milliamps, and it is a very small current, so it's not going to harm the gate. So if you are using SPDT type switch, then you need to follow this kind of connection. But if you are using a deep switch, how about that? So assume you have this kind of deep switch, but let me just check. Deep stands for dual inline package. You have one set, one side, the other, another set of pin in the other side, and only these are in parallel. They will call it deep dual inline package. Now each switch only can be connected or disconnected. So it's not like this one that you have two options. No, you have only one option: open or close. Now, to make logic 1 using, for instance, this is a 4 DIP switch, 4 deep switch, and it is type of S, so 4 DIP, and the type of the switch is SPST, single pole, single throw. Now if you want to make a logic on and logic 0 using this type of switch, you need to connect one side all together to the ground and the other side using a 1K 1 kilo ohm to 5 volt for any of for any of the switch you have. If it's a SPST type switch, resistor and 2 5-volt, 1K, 1 kilo, both 1 kilo and 1 kilo. In this case, if the switch is connected, then the 5 milliamp will go through the switch to the ground. 5 milliamp comes from this way, goes to the ground, and here, and here will have logic 0 because connected to ground. If switch is open, in this case, you will have 5 volt in here, and when you connect to any input of a gate, then probably some current will go through this and you will have a bit less than 5 volt. So for instance, I want to give this one to a 4 input AND gate, to a 4 input AND gate. Let's use this color, and I'm going to connect. So this is 4 input AND gate. I'm going to connect one input to this one, the other input to this one, and this one. In this case, now you can open, close any of these switches. If they are open, you are going to have logic 1 in here. If they are closed, then you are going to have logic 0. In this case, you can provide all the combinations of 4 inputs for the circuit. I will put the information for SPST, DIP, and also SPDT switches in the description. And also I will put information for 74 LS00.